All right. Woo! Yes. We are excited tonight. Welcome to the live, the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma and Kimberley. And some of you all already remember this face up here. Big Husky is with us. Woo! Little Husky. Little Husky, Big Husky, Darnell, whatever. He's back with us. It's been some years. It's been 3, 4 years now. Wow. But before we get started, we got to have some scripture.
Okay.
We got to have our scripture walk. Okay, Otis, give us some good music, do the scripture walk on.
Jesus wept. Oh, no.
Otis might be weeping when she get through with it. Otis might be weeping. All right, we always have to start our show off with the word. Philippians 1:6 says, finish what you start. And we started with him years ago, and we're going to keep it on with him. And this one says, you just can't be the person who never gives up. And I think Big Husky is in that realm. He ain't giving up for nothing. So y'all keep on. Don't you dare give up. I don't care what you're going through. You keep on keeping on. Pray until something happens, okay? But anyway, thank you, Kimberley, for that. She always does a good job on our scripture walk. Our scripture dance. We don't know what she's going to do big at all. What else?
I like the studios, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. Come on. We're excited.
You can tell when people get a couple dollars. Come on. The studio got even better. It was you did. But yeah, y'all all right.
Man,
y'all talking about me, but y'all was already great.
Yeah.
I mean, and congratulations to the team behind scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that.
Well, thank you. They put a lot of work into it.
I can tell.
From
and they did
the
a great
floors,
job.
from the painting.
Emmanuel did the floor.
Emmanuel was schooling, boy. He was on that floor schooling like a baby.
Emmanuel.
He wasn't singing that. He was singing bam, bam, bam.
Right. But no, it looks great in here.
Thank you. You should have seen it before. Oh, Lord, it was awful.
So y'all had to change things to make it look.
Oh, yeah.
It has to look up to your standards.
Right,
So I'm used to it. And then Kimberly,
yeah,
being a fashionista. So
we have to
this
make it
fit.
look good.
Yeah,
and we wanted to look peaceful and
It
feel
does.
the love when you walk in.
Uh-huh.
We want you to feel that love.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And everything. So it took a little time. But they did it within, I think, 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
They came
They
in
did a
and
good
did
one.
this within
In
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. And hooked up and did the little stuff. And we'll give you a tour of it after a while. But
cool.
we're excited because now we can do more with the studio.
You can have more fun with it.
Yes. And we can
film
have more
and do
people
more
to come
stuff.
on. We can tape more and everything like that.
Mhm.
And I was so excited because like I was sharing with you a while ago, I'm going to tell the people, I was looking for Big Husky. And I had your old number. I didn't know you had changed number. And so I'm texting you saying, Big Husky, I need you to come back on the show and give me an update. And this person texted back and said, this ain't Big Husky, but I'll come on your show. And so I'm trying to figure out who the person is. Then he said, well, who are you? And I just blocked him after that. I wasn't going through all that.
He gonna say, yeah, that's me, because you know I'm an answer.
You know, that's what I'm saying. And so it was funny.
Yeah, I answer all text messages, all inboxes. If it's me.
Yeah.
I'm answering, and you might not like the answer.
Oh, Lord. He
I'm
telling the
answer.
truth. This Big Husky.
Might not like the answer, but I'm going to answer all of them, you know.
So when I saw you on Facebook, I said, will you please call me? And I thought, look, Kim, I thought it was a scam.
Right.
I know, right?
So when he called,
But
he
I
said,
said, is this Elma?
I said,
she was like, who is this? She's
I said, who is
she's
this?
not here right now.
I said, she's not here. And then I said, who called? He said, Big Husky. I said, Big Husky is this shit.
She thought I wasn't a bill collector.
I said, I was scammed. I ain't worried about no bill collector.
Yeah.
I make sure my bills paid because I got to get,
you know, we live in a time now where you can pay your bill and they'll say you ain't paid it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's when Ron don't come out.
We got to re-show them like, no, I paid that.
I keep my reference numbers.
Right.
I write down my reference number.
Like, my reference number is 277.
And it was paid on this day with this amount.
Y'all lying because y'all took that money and it was pending for 3 days.
But I know the reference number.
Right, I know the reference number.
Yeah, you right about
the claim number.
And all the numbers.
Yeah, like all the I know all the. But what's the number at the bottom of the ticket? 72. At the bottom of the ticket, though.
So what you been doing, Big Hus? Well, I can't call you Big Hus because you little Hus.
Man, I've been doing so
You look
much.
good.
Thank you.
I know.
We've definitely delved into more movies and stuff and TV.
Oh, you still doing your movies?
Yeah, doing movies and TV.
All right. What's your latest one?
The latest one that I'm in that they just put out was Grit. I play the pastor.
Oh, Lord. You the pastor on this one.
I play the pastor.
And it's called Grit?
Grit. It's called Grit.
G-R-I-T?
G-R-I-T. And it's on Tubi.
Oh, it is? On Tubi now?
It's on Tubi.
Oh, yes, y'all. Check out Grit on Tubi.
Yes.
And you playing the... I'm going home.
I
You
play
know,
the pastor.
Tubi is my movie.
That boy.
I love Tubi, honey. I be watching. Tubi has taught me how to watch out for dangerous people.
Yeah.
Tubi
Yeah.
will teach you how to kill and bury and everything.
Yeah.
They-
Kill, bury, mess it up. And show you how people can be in the scene that wasn't in the scene. You know, I was in a Tubi movie I was watching. I was like, that's the gas station. I was coming out the gas station earlier today. Y'all just posted that. Y'all didn't even give me my wages for that.
Oh, for that part, they done added that in. Is that the AI stuff when they
That
insert
part,
stuff?
I'm just making it up. Like, because on Tubi, you might get a great movie, but you might get poor camera work.
Oh, yeah,
You
I've
might
seen
get poor
that.
and it's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, when you started doing the stuff you was doing, you didn't
Yeah,
get it all the way
thank
right.
you.
You
That's
don't,
right.
How many
Yeah.
eggs
Right.
did you break before you knew how to really make a good cake? Like
With the
when you
shell.
first started, the shells all in the
Oh,
batter.
then you try
Yeah.
to get the shells out the
Right,
batter
right.
and all
You
of that.
missed a little piece of the batter.
Or somebody eating the cake and say, "Oh, here's a piece of eggshell in it."
Here go that shell. Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I was looking for the give me that back. I need that for the trash. But yeah, so
That's true.
people make claims about Tubi that are unfair.
Right.
And yes, Tubi may not have the stringent rules like others, but somebody needs to start on Tubi.
That's right.
Like it's just like you wouldn't put your preacher on his first sermon. You wouldn't give him the T.D. Jakes Church
No.
and let him go for them couple the 20,000 people. You wouldn't do that to
pass
him.
out.
Right. It wouldn't be fair.
No,
It
because
wouldn't
they
be-
would be
Yeah.
nervous and everything.
Nervous, yeah. So I
You
look
break
at
'em
Tubi
in.
as
Mhm.
even if you're not the best, you're learning. And
Right.
Right.
Tubi kind of helps you learn.
Yes.
And in some movies, what people don't realize is they may have debuted it on Peacock, and then it finally went to Tubi.
Okay.
So people don't know that because
Huh.
people don't read.
Right. Right.
Come on, you remember the readers, hearers, and doers. That's what they used to always say back in the old church. The readers, hearers, and
They
doers.
do it.
They ain't reading no more.
Uh-uh.
They just doers. They
Yeah.
ain't reading. So so sometimes you get people that don't pay attention.
Mhm.
Like somebody called me a Tubi actor. I said, first of all, I'm not a Tubi actor. That is an app. That is an app. So I'm not a Tubi actor. I said in some of the movies I've been in have been in theaters. Some have been
Yeah.
on Peacock. Some have been on Amazon Prime. So, what am I, a Peacock actor? Am I Amazon Prime actor? So I tell people that. I'm like, just watch how you talk. Just ignorance is...
Just look at
yeah.
just look at the movie.
Or these aren't
Yeah,
people
just
who have
look
really
at it.
built anything.
Right, and it's always people that don't do nothing to call it something that it's not.
But they want to pull you down.
Mhm.
Like Tubi. Oh, shoot, you on Tubi. That ain't nothing.
Well, when people say that to me, I say, well, what have you done?
Mhm.
Have you done anything lately?
Are you on Tubi?
That part. Well, no. What have you done? Just period.
Just
Because a
period,
lot
what
of
you
people that want to
created.
bring you down, and my mom always told me this, and she gave me greatest key she ever said. If someone's trying to bring you down, that means they're beneath you.
Oh, I like that.
People can't bring you down that are beneath you, that are
that's true.
with you or above you.
Okay.
They can only bring you up.
Up.
People
That's
that are
right.
above you can only bring you up.
Up.
People that are beneath
Beneath
you
you
bring
can
you down.
down.
And the only reason they're beneath you, not because of you or not because of, it's because they procrastinated. They didn't go and do
There
their
you
job.
go.
So you thinking you beneath me and you trying to bring me down, well, that's your fault.
That's right.
Get up and do. I got the same 24 hours you got.
That's right. And what
If you don't
do with
use
it,
them,
there
yeah,
you
if
go.
you don't use
That's
them,
right.
that's
Don't
your
blame
fault.
me for it.
Yeah,
And don't get jealous because
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something.
yeah.
And then you want to try to beneath me.
Yeah.
Oh, like that ain't nothing. But I love Tubi.
Because I hear that a lot. You think you better than me? No, I'm just better than I was yesterday.
Yes.
I like that
That-
answer.
That's
I
the
like
better part.
that.
I'm better than me yesterday.
Yesterday.
You know,
I like
so,
that
yeah.
answer. I'm going to have to use that one.
Yeah, I'm not better than you. I'm better than me yesterday.
Or
Yesterday,
do
I was
you
a
think
mess.
That they think that you are better than them for them to say that?
No. People love to.
Why do you think they say that?
People will say that because you realize how foolish you was. You start to see some of the foolish stuff you do. That's why I don't go with certain people.
Okay.
Every time I go with you, we get in trouble.
Okay.
So let me remove myself
Self.
and see which one of us it is. Oh, you're still in trouble. I'm not.
So it wasn't
Oh,
you.
okay.
Good.
So
Okay.
when you start to see stuff like, when you start to say stuff like, or I had a friend one time, and this was with my ex-wife.
Okay.
So I had just got married, and he proposed to her.
Mm-hmm.
He proposed to his fiance. Now he had been with his longer. I had been with mine shorter, but he proposed to his. And this lady I used to mess with, he saw us out and about. And I used to date her.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to hit on her, and he told me like, he was like, I was like, bro, God just restored you and your lady. You gonna mess that up? Man, you used to do the same thing. Key word, used
to do. There you go.
I don't do that no more. Like, bro, I see the error of my ways. And when you see the error of your ways, you're not trying to be. I wasn't trying to be better. I said, but I can't hang with you. If you gonna actively ruin your marriage, I can't hang with you. Mm-hmm. And we really haven't hung out since then, because he was in his feelings about it, and I was like, well, you get over it. Yeah. Because for me, I didn't ask for your wife's hands in marriage. You did. I got enough problems keeping myself out of trouble. Right. I don't have time to keep you as a grown man out of trouble with your wife.
And then two, association.
Yeah. Guilty.
They'll say that. Mm-hmm. Well, if you over here with him, you must be doing the same thing, because you're with him. People don't look at you could be over here with him and not doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Or they make you the problem. Like, I don't control nobody's body parts. Mm-hmm. If you want to go do what you do with your body parts, that's under your control. And so I remove, nowadays I just remove myself from any situation that's gonna hurt me. Right. Or and so if I know that like I tell my homeboys now, don't do wrong around me. Because if you do wrong around me, I'm telling you. Why? Because look, you stopping my bless. If I'm trying to be blessed, right? And if I continue to condone your mess, God gonna get me. That's right. And so we condone. A lot of people condone foolishness. And I just like, nah, I'm good. Where you going home? What you doing after you leave? You ain't gonna hang out with me no more, man. If we ain't working, I'm going home. The that's a good one. I like that.
As you get older, you realize the sanctity of home.
I know. Yes. And you enjoy your home.
Listen,
I enjoy my home.
You know why some people don't want to go home is because they don't create a good home atmosphere.
Right.
They don't create the peace that should be at their house. They don't create the caring that should be at their house.
That's
they don't
good.
Like it cracks me up when I see dudes, man, she nag all the time. Bro, most women don't leave or cheat unless you're not giving them time.
Okay.
Most women can handle. Most women can handle a man that don't have money.
Yeah, they can.
Most women can. Mm-hmm. Most women can't handle a man that does not realize that quality time is bigger than anything.
That's right.
So you could be busy, but don't be so busy that you don't spend quality time at home. Like, you don't go home.
Talk, y'all listening to him?
Don't go home, because we don't want to go home. And I'm like this. I don't want to be out in the world. They breaking up in fights at Chuck E. Cheese, at Golden Corral, QT, shoot, baby. And what's crazy is usually when I go home around about that time, I probably would have been at that QT that they killed them people at. Yeah. But I just didn't feel like, I was like, I'm going home. And I woke up the next morning and they had shot at
somebody that particular QT.
Because I always go to that QT. And it was crazy. I was like, oh my. So it's just about.
I like that.
As I've gotten older, I create the atmospheres I want to be in.
Yes.
And if it's not a conducive atmosphere for me, I'm leaving. Right. I'm not even gonna be there.
Yes. But see, Kim does that too. She'll go have her own birthday party. Yeah. She go pick up spot, bring her own balloons. Yeah. And go in there and take over the whole restaurant.
That's it.
And then I'm leaving. Then we left. Like, I'm leaving.
When she said that, I was like, that's really bold. You go in there and just have your own birthday party by yourself, and that's so unique. That's unique.
And people will join in because the restaurant on that particular one that I went to, it was a Hispanic restaurant, Yeah, I don't speak a lick of Spanish
at all.
The waiters and waitresses, they didn't speak English, but they knew when I said I had my balloons. They knew, and everybody in the restaurant just started celebrating.
They
me
gonna
and walking
bring
by
over
saying,
rice and salsa and everything.
That was it.
What
And
you?
They were singing happy birthday.
You want
Spanish.
quesadillas?
Okay.
Baby, let me tell you
Okay.
something.
They gonna join the party, too.
You know, I
it.
think what it was when I almost died.
Uh-huh.
And when I almost died and I realized who was and wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
For you.
And I spent a lot of time by myself when I almost died.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Once I got comfortable with being with me,
That's a good thing when
That's
you
it.
get comfortable with
I'm
you.
a party by myself.
That's right.
it. That's good.
That's
I'm
right.
a party by myself. So I don't really care if you don't want to hang with me, you missing out on the party.
That's
We about
right.
there. We gonna have some fun.
Fun.
We gonna cut up. We go home. You ready to go? Yeah, go ahead. I'm going home. I'm leaving now. So I love to have fun. I don't just sit around and I don't sit around anymore. I'm not begging for anybody to be my friend.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in my life now. Nowadays, you don't want to be in my life. Like if you leave, it's not a revolving door.
You can't
It
come
has an
back.
access
Yes,
code.
That's good.
I like
And
that.
once you walk out
Out
the
that
door,
door.
here's what people don't
I
understand.
like that talk now.
Once you walk out the door, the access code immediately changes.
Thank you. Did y'all hear that?
The access code, you can leave,
Uh-huh.
but the access code that you had before
It
won't
be
work
the
to get
same.
back in. Because I
Unless
just
you let them in, you gonna let them back
no. Once you leave, it's a stay out situation. Well, because I look at it like this.
Okay, talk to me.
Most people, they'll leave and they leave the wrong way.
in? Thank you. Come on with it.
Everybody's grown until it's time to have a conversation.
Say-
That's it.
I get you being mad at me because I know me. I could be
Yeah.
ignorant sometime. I could be rude sometime. I can be a jerk sometime.
Sometime, huh?
So I get it. I am not everybody's cup of tea every day. So, but talking to me and communicating with me is bigger than you just walking away. And then when I see you in public, you like, well, you don't have that same energy for me. Yeah, when you walk away out of my life, baby, it's like you never existed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm speaking. Hello, how are you doing? But you're not excited to see me. Why I'm be excited to see a ghost?
Right.
You ghosted. You walked out of my life.
You walked out
Yeah.
of my life, and you
Yeah.
expect me to be
You
excited when you
excited
come
to-
back
yeah.
in.
Because you
left
decided.
me.
Yeah, you left
and
me.
you left
yeah.
on the wrong way. But
Right.
some people think that they can come back in, and you're supposed to accept
Yeah.
them like ain't nothing
Yeah.
happened.
And
And it
especially
doesn't work like that.
especially church folks. Church folks are the worst
say
folks.
It, say it.
Church
say it.
folks feel like, okay, I gave you an apology. Now I get all the benefits. No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm
No.
still nice.
Yeah.
I'll still speak to you.
I hear you.
I'm never going to be purposefully mean to you.
Right.
But you don't get the same access
No.
you had.
Say
And
it.
the reason you
Y'all
don't get the
heard
same
that?
access is because I'm required to forgive you. I'm not required to give you back fellowship.
Whoa! Say that.
Nowhere
You
in the
about to
Bible
make me
says
shout. Come
once
on.
you forgive them, you owe them fellowship again.
That's right.
Nowhere in the
You don't.
Bible. He said you got to forgive them.
Right.
And I do that. But once I forgive you, I choose if I want to do fellowship with you
Right.
again.
It's-
And it's okay.
Yeah.
Some people, I'm like,
Yeah.
because some people don't realize, even though you walked away wrong, I prayed you out.
All right.
I pray every Monday and say, God, remove them you know that I'm not going to remove. Baby, by that next Monday,
They go.
you can see the red messages. You know they don't call you back. And you be like, and so now I just be like, oh, okay. I prayed you out. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
That's
Even if I did wrong, I prayed you out. You got to go.
You gotta go.
Because I don't just walk out of people's life. I at least try to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
And if I have a conversation with you, I've given you a chance to say, hey, you know what? I felt this way about you last week or 2 weeks ago. So that's what I tell people all the time. You got to, we got to stop saying we grown and acting childish.
Child.
That's it.
So being
Yeah.
childish is where you just, oh, okay, so you had a fit. And like we throw temper tantrums.
Otis, you
we throw them
listening?
against,
Otis.
we throw them
Pay
against
attention.
pastors. We throw them against our significant others. We throw them against our job. But
Yeah.
we want them to treat us like grown-ups.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm going to treat you how you acting. You
Right,
acting like
right.
a kid, I'm going to treat you
Just
like a kid.
That's true.
No, we're going to hold these cookies. You don't get these milky cookies. No, ma'am. We're going to hold these milky cookies over here until you stop having this tantrum. So I hold people to the standard that I hold myself.
Self too. Right.
So I'm no longer in that mood. Like, because, I be petty. But I haven't been as petty because nowadays
Mhm.
I got too much to do.
Okay.
And if you don't want to be in my life, bye.
Bye. Like
Yeah.
they said, bye, Felicia.
Goodbye. there was a group back in the day called Guy, and they wrote a song called Goodbye. Yeah. Guy wrote a song. It's called Good because he's like, "Don't leave me, baby. Don't bye."
Bye.
So, and when you get to that level of maturity, it has nothing to do with me being petty.
Right.
It's not. I'm protecting what I've worked so hard to get.
Yeah.
I've worked hard for peace. I've worked hard for joy. I've worked hard to care. I've worked hard to learn to care about myself.
Yeah.
So you think I'm gonna let you mess it up?
Yes,
No,
not at all.
not coming to my atmosphere.
And so that's what I'm trying to get people to just be grown up.
Yeah.
Be a big grown up. And like we do this stuff now. Well, I'll just cut you off. Okay, well, cutting me off is different than cutting other people off. Once you cut me off, I'm like a hand. You can't put me back on. Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta do surgery, but I ain't coming in for the surgery.
Okay.
Where the head at? The head is over there. Every time we try to get to the head keep
moving.
Once you cut me off, keep me off.
I know.
That's just where I'm at in life. Like, because I don't cut people off.
Right.
We may have, and it's just like a book. When you read a book, the only person that's the same person in the book is the one that's like you're reading the story from.
Right.
Everybody else is interchangeable. They might be in the first 7 pages, miss 3 pages, and come back in page 10.
Right.
Okay, I can deal with that. But if you cut me off, stay gone.
Yeah.
Stay gone.
But they'll do that and then think you're supposed to welcome them back in.
Right.
And then some of them will do it and then don't even ask you for forgiveness.
That part.
They'll come back like, oh, okay. But you know what gets to me is it always comes to me that I have to ask them for forgiveness.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I don't have a problem doing it. Right now I don't, because I'm at that mature now.
Right. I'm mature enough to say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I've done anything to you, I ask you for forgiveness and I move on. I'm done. I did my part.
Right.
You know, but it's just like you said, they come in and cut you off or mistreat you and think like nothing has happened.
Yeah. Or what I've learned what people do, especially in business, here's where I have a problem. Like, especially if we're doing business. Sometimes church is business.
Uh-huh.
And I'll say it like that. Sometimes church is business.
Mm-hmm.
To where you're doing business with this person.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't communicate, you can't get mad for getting replaced.
Oh, say that. I like that.
If the drummer don't tell you for 3 weeks in a row, they not coming, or they went on vacation. Say they just went on vacation.
Yeah, and then even
I'm be gone for 2 weeks. Well, if you the pastor and the drummer don't tell you that I ain't gonna be here, you can't be mad because someone was waiting in the wings.
And they on the drums.
They on the drums now.
Back.
Now you back like, oh, I'm back. No.
No.
There's your seat.
That's right.
Like I tell, like somebody the other day, they called me and they said, "Hey, you don't want me to still work with you?" I said, "No, you promoted yourself to a guest."
I like that. You promoted yourself to a guest.
You didn't want to work on this side, so now you're a guest.
Now you're a guest.
So now you have guest responsibilities, and your responsibility is to sit in the pew, and get the Lord, Savior Jesus Christ. But other than that, you're that's where you are. You're a pew member, because especially like when you do church or you do business, I don't have time to waste or chase after someone that don't want to be here.
That's right.
Don't want to be.
And
here.
then, but see now on a job.
They ain't chasing you.
They ain't gonna chase. They
no
just
call,
what?
No show.
You gone.
Yeah. You gave this.
God, did you go get?
Baby, I've been drinking these waters.
But you know, that's on the job. You know, if you do that on the job, what they gonna do? They gonna fire you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then you gone. You ain't gonna come back in that job and go back and go sitting at your desk
at all.
So why would you
be like this? Miss Kirkwood, come here real quick. We need to talk to you. Bring your badge. Hey, anytime you go and they tell you when you sit there, bring your badge.
You know that.
You just know you fine. Like, you know you
fine. Your badge.
Like, can I go on and pack up my desk before I get back there? No, we got that for you. Security gonna pack your desk.
But look, when I got laid off, when I walked in there that morning, I'm all happy.
Yeah.
I walked in there was a box on my desk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is it Christmas? This is whatever.
That's you got laid off box.
Elma, come to my office. I said, what? Come on to my office.
And bring your badge.
They done put
but you know why they do that?
Put a box on there.
They take your badge so you no longer have access
to get in.
Yeah, and
that's a good point.
And we have to get to a point. We have to get to a point where we're
like
mature
that.
enough to stop letting people have access to
Yes.
kill us again.
That's right. I like
Judas only got Jesus killed once.
that. Yeah.
It ain't his job to come in again. No, you was Judas one time. You don't get to be Judas twice.
Twice.
That's like you get bit by a snake and then bring the snake back in and get mad because the snake bit
Like
you.
what the snake
The
said.
snake was
You
doing
knew
his
I
job.
was a snake when you,
yeah.
come on, you knew
Well,
I was a
why
snake.
you bite me?
Yeah,
I'm a snake.
You knew
Yeah.
I was a snake. Well, you gonna pick
Yeah.
me up and carry me and heat me up.
That
you know?
part. And so we'll let people come back that God literally told us, let them go.
Ooh.
And he
Let them
made
go.
a way of escape for you
Yeah.
to let them go, and then you gonna let them
But
come
you
back.
didn't let
in.
them go. You let them come back and get mad because they destroy things.
Yeah,
Because
You're
that's what
right.
snakes
Come
do.
on. Come
Snakes,
on.
they sit in the grass and be patient.
and wait.
They don't come to you. They let you come to
To
them.
them.
And then they bite you.
And then
What you bite me for? You let me in the grass.
that's right.
You didn't
And
cut
you
the
didn't
grass.
look. You didn't look at the grass.
You didn't cut the
cut
grass. You was in there rolling around in the grass.
and they ain't check the grass out.
Check the grass and all.
And he
So,
just
yeah.
waiting on you. Bang.
I remember when I first moved to Texas, I went over, when I got older, there was a man, we went over his house and he said, hey, don't go in the backyard. I have not cut the backyard. There are snakes back there.
Ooh.
So a friend of mine,
Uh-huh.
he went in the backyard.
Uh-uh.
All of a sudden you heard this yell. And the man already knew. He knew the snake bit him by the yell. He went out in that yard and he sucked the poison out of his leg. And all I could think was, you bold, because if you get bit by a snake, I'm not sucking nothing out of you. You better hope them ambulances come back.
But yeah.
But he just told him don't go
in the backyard.
Me listening, so even watching other people's failures has taught me a lot of lessons.
Right.
Watching them do stuff, and I'm like, so you didn't see that snake? I saw the snake from where I was standing in the house.
Uh-huh.
You didn't see that snake when you were outside? So
No,
yeah.
they not looking. They not looking.
Not looking, not
And
paying
you got
attention.
two-legged snakes.
Yeah. And people, especially people that come to church, feel like because it's God's house, they can do what they want.
Mm.
And no matter what house you're in, there are still house rules in every
That's
house.
right.
Every house has rules. I don't care what. If I come to y'all house,
Right.
y'all got rules.
That's right.
Your only rule might be whatever you do, don't come in my room. That might be the only rule in your house. Look, you can use the bathroom, the refrigerator, you can use
That's
the
right. But
pantry.
just don't come
in my room. The minute I go in your room, I have just broke the trust.
That's right.
And that's what people do. They break the trust.
Well, that's what happened with Eve, right?
Yeah.
Then he told them they go out there and do whatever they want, but don't
you eat that tree.
Don't do that. And what happened? They broke the
And
rule.
people don't listen. They wonder why. Well, why can't we be cool no more? Because you broke my
Broke the
trust.
rule.
You broke the rule that's in this house.
That's right.
So yeah.
Good. That's
So
good.
people
That's
with me
good.
get mad because, like, you can leave tomorrow, and I be like, well, did you grieve? I did for about 2 days.
There you go.
And that's it.
That's a wrap.
But on the third day,
Hey, he rose. On that third.
so and even in church, I tell people all the time,
Uh-huh.
I be like, so why are you over at that church?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, my grandma used to go there. I said, but did God tell you to go there?
Come on.
Well, no. I said, so you just out of order. So you just showed up at church. Well, you know, you can show up at any church. I said, no, you don't. You don't just show up at any church.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you don't pray about where you go? I say, that's like me. I do not like, what's that food? Thai food. Thai food. I don't like Thai food.
What's that?
Thai.
I
don't like Thai food or Thai food. I haven't
Whatever you
say
say
it.
it.
I don't like it.
Okay.
So if you take me out to eat and say, we going to eat, and you take me to go get Thai food, I'm be like, oh.
What you gonna do?
Y'all got some water? I'm gonna just drink water. Well, why ain't you getting nothing to eat? I don't like Thai food. Why would you take me someplace I don't like? Someplace I don't need to be. Someplace I don't want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, send me somewhere that I want to grow at.
Right.
Put me somewhere I want to grow at. And it might not always be comfortable, but I want to grow.
Right.
I want to go somewhere that's going to challenge me.
That's
Like me,
right.
I don't want to go somewhere where I'm comfortable.
Right.
Me, I want to go somewhere that challenges me, that proves that God is real.
Mm-hmm.
That does not, like, because people will say God is real and then turn around and act a fool. And then now you in church like, I don't want to be here. Y'all is acting up. That's not holy. That's not acceptable. I mean, even people that don't read their Bible can sometimes point out what is not holy and acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
That's true.
Because most people know what good is.
Mm-hmm.
Most people know what good is.
Do.
Most people know if the sun is out and they walk out in the morning, they be like, oh, the sun is out. You ain't got to show them where the sun is.
Right.
They know where the sun is out because it's shining.
It's shining.
When it gets dark, oh, it's dark. So people know. People act like people don't know just because I don't go to church on the regular or I'm not a member. Like I don't know darkness. I know darkness when I walk into a place.
Mm-hmm. And
whether,
people know when
whether
they're
they
wrong,
say it's
too.
holy or not. I know darkness when I can. That's why I say I like your new digs. I like this. I see the light.
Right. And the light is here.
But have you ever been to a church and it was dark and it had nothing to do with the lights? Had nothing to do with the lights.
Uh-huh.
So I tell people, you didn't pray. So God didn't want you to come out of that. So he let you stay there 30 years in that mess.
And
you
she's
didn't
still doing the same
Still
thing.
doing the same thing. Because people have got comfortable with dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
We are more comfortable with dysfunction than we are with freedom.
Mm-hmm.
We are with power and authority.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't exert their power or authority.
Authority.
Or their freedom.
That's right.
Like I got to be free in Christ. If I
That's
can't
right.
be free in Christ, I don't want to be there. I just don't want to be bound up. I've been bound up for too
He
long.
said he come to
Come
free
on,
us.
yeah.
Free us.
He said his yoke is easy and his burden is light.
Yeah.
I need to be on the light
But
side
see,
of his burden.
but if they are not if they are not preaching the truth
Yeah.
and telling the people this,
Right.
they still gonna be in bondage.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know because a lot of times they don't want to hear the truth.
And the key to that is a lot of people will blame their pastor, they'll blame the ministers
Mhm.
and everything. But my Bible says this: study
Study.
to show thyself approved unto God.
You can study on your own.
When I read that, it didn't say to your local church. It didn't say to your pastor. It said, study to show thyself approved unto God. I was like, ooh, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait. So if I don't go, it's not your fault. Now, you might have a hand in it because you know better.
yeah.
But it's ultimately not your fault because I was supposed to study anyway.
Mhm.
And if I'd have studied and if I'd have prayed and if I'd have used the discernment and I'd have fasted.
That's right.
See,
Yes.
all these things,
All
they
those
work
in
together.
there, working
They work
out.
together.
But a lot of us, we stay in dysfunction because of legality, of theology. And so we don't want to really win. And so a lot of us don't want to win. We want to pretend we win. We great with saying, man, I'm a winner. And have nothing in our life that shows we're a winner.
Well,
A winner is someone who, in spite of losing, can get up anyway.
that's right.
They can motivate the people around them to win.
Mhm.
Winners really get up. Like a lot of people
I
love
like this.
Jordan, not because he actually wasn't the most skilled.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the stuff he learned later on in his career.
Uh-huh.
But when he came in, he wasn't the most skilled. He may have been the most athletic,
Uh-huh.
but he learned it. He learned it, but he motivated people. Like people would say, he dunked on this dude in Utah once.
Okay.
And somebody on the sideline say, well, dunk on somebody your own side. So Mark Eaton was 7 foot. He dunked on Mark Eaton. And then when he ran back down the sideline, he said, is that big enough for you? Watch this. But he motivated people to want to do better.
Right.
He motivated people to want to win championships.
Right.
People gave up money just so they could be on his team to win championships.
Yes.
Oh.
You see what I'm
He's a
saying?
motivator.
He's a motivator.
Right.
People motivate. Winners motivate
Right.
people.
Yes.
Losers always got the bad end of the stick.
Right.
Yeah.
It's it could be outside and we know it's gonna rain. Oh, it's wet. Well, that's what rain is.
Yeah,
Wet.
it's gonna get you wet if you ain't got on. Even with our
Yeah.
you still get wet.
Yeah.
On
Like,
some of it.
do you remember the first time y'all ever got a building? How you had to pray over it first,
Mhm.
and then you had to wait. Like you didn't just sign papers. You thought about it first. Like, do I want? Let me go to the Lord first. I like the
'cause we
building.
did a lot of praying.
I like the building, and the Lord say, but the ground is bad. But because you waited, and the winner in your husband and you said, okay, so but you got to motivate the people to still want to stay,
Right.
even though you don't have a new building yet.
Right.
But every time you got a new building, same process. Let me pray first.
Gotta pray over.
Let me see what Pastor say. Let me see where we're gonna do this. And then everybody that has a job, now it's their job to come in and look and see what they need to do to make the building
Make
Yeah.
the building.
look
That's right.
Mhm.
acceptable.
That's right. Work together.
Yeah, like, do you want somebody to make a cake that has never made a cake before for you? No. I need grandma with the jiggly meat. I need her with the jiggly meat, you know. Come here over here. Come on, Grandma Pearl. Make this cake. I need somebody that's made a cake before. No, I'm not gonna tell everybody you make cake. Just let me taste it. Let me test it.
Uh-huh.
No, that need a pinch of.
So,
You need something else in
Right.
this here.
So
And
people don't think about that. So same thing in holiness. Same thing when you living life for God. You have to get to a point where you stop blaming everybody for your mess up.
I
That's
love
it.
that.
That's
That
part.
is so true.
Stop blaming everybody. People,
Yes.
when people talk about me, baby, they talked about you before you got here.
That's right.
Because
They
some of the
talked
people,
about it, yeah.
some of the people know the
Yes.
real story about how you got here.
Yes.
But you know the word tell you examine yourself.
Examine yourself.
Examine yourself and see where you need
That
someone.
part, yeah.
Like they say, the mirror.
But we
Look
don't
in
want to
the
examine
mirror.
ourselves. We don't want to examine ourselves because it's so much better to point at other
Somebody
people's
else.
faults.
What you say? You got
Yeah.
this going here.
You
You
got
got three
three.
coming
Come
back
on.
and one going up.
That
You see what
part.
I'm saying?
Yes.
And so I tell people that all the time. I say
Mhm.
I've gotten to the point where I constantly examine myself. I
Yeah.
constantly look at myself.
And see
I'm
if it's
constantly
me.
going, you
That's
could have
good,
did
me
better
too.
this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, you didn't give last week your all.
That's right.
Come on, you
That's
cheated
good.
yourself.
That's right.
Like I look in the mirror and say stuff like that to
Yeah.
myself.
I talk to
Sometimes my
myself.
affirmation is, you didn't do enough last
Right.
week. What was you doing? You was just here, huh? And
And that is so true because see, when you start really looking at yourself and
Uh-huh.
spending time with yourself,
Mhm.
and you're looking at it, even when you're in a situation, if you look at it and say, wait, well, let me look and see, was I the cause?
Right. Right.
But you got those that's not, they're gonna always want to be right no
Yep.
matter what. They're
No
not gonna
examination.
there you go. No examination. But at the same time, you got to go back. He said, examine yourself.
And if you ever notice, people who don't examine themselves 9 times out of 10 only have yes men around them.
Okay.
People who examine themselves always put, most people that
Mhm.
examine themselves
Mhm.
typically use people that are older than them. They typically get people that are older than them that have experienced
Mhm.
something
Mhm.
that are not impressed by their talent.
Mhm.
They're not impressed by their ministry.
Right.
They just gonna take, baby, you a mess.
Yeah.
Baby, I had a friend of mine. We've been cool for 30 years, but she's 60 and I'm 49.
Okay.
But our friendship is good enough to where, she be like, hey, we're gonna go eat. Now I don't never know what these conversations gonna lead to. But G Mama gonna say something in these conversations. If now and then she gonna be like, baby, you a mess.
Uh-huh.
Well, what you mean, G Mama? You not living right. How you know? She be like, baby, I've been knowing you 30 years.
That's right.
And if I've known nothing else, I pay attention to the little stuff about you.
There you go.
I can see when you off.
Mhm.
Don't you see that I call you when you off? She called me when I'm off. When I'm just having an off day, she'd be like, hey, son, you all right?
Right.
But she's bold enough to say, you suck today. And I'd be like, most people can't tell me that.
Mhm.
Because most people don't examine themselves. But I can say the same thing to her. I wouldn't say you suck to her.
No, yeah, you would say it another way.
Well, first of all, she older than me.
Yeah.
So,
You respectful.
respectful.
Yeah, right.
I would say it a different way.
Right. Uh-huh.
But we just have that relationship where I could. And so I get people who are, most of the people who I actually go to for advice and stuff are older than me.
Mhm.
And I go to them because they've experienced it probably.
yeah.
Right.
Or they've seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Are they gonna tell you the truth?
That part. They're going to
That's
say,
the main thing.
yeah, Darnell, you was wrong. Because and then I got homeboys that'll tell me,
Yeah.
you wrong for that, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Like, I can't believe she didn't smack you in the face for that.
Right.
I can't believe you didn't go to jail for that. So that's what I tell people. Get people around you that are not impressed with you and that are not your yes man or your
And
Yeah.
agree with everything and all that. Get somebody that's gonna tell you the
Yeah.
truth. And see, my husband is like that.
I like your husband cool in the
Boy,
fan.
I tell you, he'll tell me. But my sons
But
are
he,
like
he
that.
look like a whippersnapper too though.
Yeah.
He look like he don't play.
He don't play, and everybody be looking. They think because he's
Yeah.
quiet, they think he can run over him.
No.
But I told him, no, y'all.
them
you
quiet
better
ones
be-
you gotta watch.
You gotta watch.
Yeah.
But my sons
It's
are
the
like
quiet ones that got the pistol you don't know
that.
about.
Yeah, but my you got a pistol.
It's the quiet ones that you be like, did you see he cut me? He cut me twice. I didn't even see he cut me. He was that quick.
I didn't even feel it.
Right.
I looked down and saw the blood on it.
Wait till I got faked. He just cut me right here. Like,
And
I thought he
did
was
so
hugging
quick.
me. He hugged me at the same time. It's them silent ones because they don't say much.
Yeah.
But every time they talk, they say something.
They say something.
And so
good.
they're measured with their words.
Right.
And so they're not quick to do all
But
that
those
talking.
are the ones that
You gotta watch.
you gotta watch. But there's the ones
But
that
they
tell
love
you though.
Yeah, but they'll love you.
They'll know how, because the Bible
Yeah.
tell you supposed to correct them.
Yeah.
And he knows how to do it.
Mhm.
You know, my other two sons, that's the reason why they'll come and tell me, Mama, that wasn't right. You know, they'll come, but they ain't gonna come and say, Mama, you know what? No, you ain't gonna do that. But they know how.
First of all, because you probably will look at it. I bet you better stop talking to me like that. You tell me by myself, but you better not say it like that no more.
You right.
Go back and come back again. Let's try it again.
Right. I be done went back to Brown on them.
Therefore.
But that's the thing of it is. I'd rather for a person tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And how you say it.
Yeah.
It matters more than anything. It's how you say the truth too on some of it.
My best friend Sheena Walter, when I first met her, I actually was her basketball coach on a semi-pro team. Mm-hmm. And so we were at the top of the key. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to show them the play. And all I said to her was move. She moved. She ain't say nothing the rest of practice. She just did her thing. She followed practice. And practice was over, and she said, "Can I talk to you?" Yeah, let's sit over here. Now, I didn't really know her like that, but because she was always quiet, just quiet. But I put her over there, and we sat down, and she said, "So first thing first, I need to tell you, I'm a woman first. Don't ever talk to me like that again, please." She put the please on. She said, "Please." She said, "You can say move, please. Can you please get out of my way?" She said, "But never tell me move. I'm a woman." That was 15 years ago. And to this day, I've never said it again. Okay. I've never told her to move. I've said, "Move, please." I said, "Can you get out of the way, please?" I've always ended it with a please. Okay. So, but the way she said it to me, because she could have acted like some women or some men and been a distraction during practice. Right. She wasn't. She did practice. Went off on you and she everything. Did practice, and I didn't even know she was mad. She came and talked to me, and she said, "Yeah, don't ever talk to me like that again." And since that day, we have never had that problem ever again. But if she had said anything, right, I would have never known. You would never know. Never know. And she would have been holding that in all that time and going on. And that's why you have to release and let it go. But here's the thing though. Okay. Now I will say this about Sheena. Sheena has probably taught me how to treat a woman more than any other woman. Because of how she carries herself. Okay. So in her being my best friend, you know, she called me the other day. "How you doing?" So "I'm not all right." She said, "I know, that's why I called you." Isn't that amazing how the spirit will lead? But I do the same thing though. Yeah, I do it too. Like she was like, "How are you doing?" And it was so weird because she never starts our conversations with "How are you doing?" It's always hello first. That's why I took it more serious because she was like, "How are you doing?" And I just told her how I felt. I said everything I need to say. She said, "Okay, so let's go on and pray." She sent me a prayer text. And but our friendship is like that. Like we know when each other is down. Right. We know when each other needs prayer, but we also know when each other need a kick in the pants. I think when people understand who you are, right? Is it like I know Kim. So Kim can say something to me that other people can't because I actually know Kim. Right. So Kim say something to me, she, I think that was kind of harsh. I'm more likely to listen to Kim because we have a relationship. Not that I can't listen to a stranger. Right. But I'm more likely to listen to Kim than I am a stranger. You know her. Right. Because Kim be like, "That's not you, Husky." I'm like, "You know what, Kim, you right." Because we've been around each other to know that. See? Yeah. And even though we ain't did an interview in almost 3-4 years, y'all still can say something to me. Even if I disagree with you, you still can say something to me that I will take to heart because it's y'all. Right. Same with your husband. Like I can see your husband anywhere, and if he see me acting out, he say, "Young fella." He gonna call you over. Yeah. But because it's him, you'll respect him. I respect it because and that's a good point. And watch this. Here's another thing. He's not asking me to do as he say, not as he do. That's right. If he telling me not to do it, I probably ain't gonna see him doing it. That's right. So you see what I'm saying? That's right. Oh yeah. But you can see somebody else tell you that they doing it, and then that's gonna Yeah. Man, this has been a good conversation. Yeah. We're gonna pause and do the fashion by Kimberley right now. Put my shoe back on. Yeah, you gotta put them shoes on. Then you know you have to do fashion. But anyway, this has been so. I know. I'm so glad confirmation. You came back. Before she come though, tell us about. I do candles now. You got your shoes on. So I call myself the candle slanger. Okay, he's a candle. I sell candles, light one candles. This one is called Blown Away, and it's actually my signature scent. It's the one that they made just for me. But yeah, my two business partners, they're good people, and I said when we had our meeting, I said, "Well, let me be the face." So I tell people I'm the candle slanger. I bring you candles wherever you are in DFW, and then we'll ship them to you if you don't live here. But yeah, so I do candles, and
Those are nice.
these are it, dude.
They cute.
Come on, go on, smell it. Go on, smell it. Go on, smell it.
Look, they talking about go on, smell it. Go on, smell it.
Yeah, that's my
smell
signature
it.
scent.
Oh, blown
What is
away. Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I can put this in my bathtub
Yeah.
and everything.
And so,
That's
yeah.
good.
So we do scents and stuff. So yeah, like, cause people don't make no sense no more.
People don't make no sense.
But we make sense.
All right, I like that. So after we get through with her fashion,
I got candles with me, so if y'all want to get some, everybody in the room can buy some. I got enough of them.
How much are your candles?
These ones are 25. These ones are 25. I didn't bring any of the little ones with me. They're 20. But yeah, so we do them. And
That's
one
good.
lady told me, she said, your candle's kind of high. I was like, well, don't buy it.
Well, you go in the store, they
Wait a minute.
25.
She said, that's kind of rude. I said, no.
No, that's the truth.
You didn't have to. I said, you could have just said, no, I don't want to buy them.
Right.
And I'd have been okay.
They in the store, they 25 and
25, 30, 40.
I just saw some over at Cracker Barrel.
You did.
Yeah, they got
the
candles
Cracker
at Cracker Barrel, baby.
I
They
don't
was
want no candles from Cracker Barrel.
$24.99, so
Right.
you know it's 25.
Right, 27.88.
Yep, that's right. That $24.99 make people think. Okay, we're gonna have fashion by Kimberley.
Come on, fashion by Kim.
Oh,
I
he
didn't know
gave
if
us
Otis
something.
would feel offended.
Oh, look at Otis. Otis just look at
Good
him.
old Otis.
All right, Kimberley is wearing a beautiful black outfit. She loved it. Look at it. She loved it. A beautiful black outfit, and she has her navy jacket on. And if you look at her navy jacket, it's gold. And then she got the black glasses with the gold on it too. And her shoes are always beautiful.
Yes, they are.
Oh, girl,
Come
you
on.
can wear those things. I can't wear them. They are so beautiful. And she matches up so beautiful. Now the purse, let's see the purse. I'd be glad when LA get his knees and everything together so he can come back too. I love the purse. And this matches our purple, our black and purple. Black is her favorite color.
Okay.
Black is her favorite color and stuff. So, how low can you go?
We ain't got no ushers here today. We ain't got no ushers here today.
Thank you, Kimberley. Okay, but before we go, what advice would you give to our audience tonight?
Hey, that was too fast.
One.
Oh, she done got on.
Did you hear how he just cut that off?
And then you let her sit
And look at
down.
him smiling on the side. Look at him smiling on the side.
What advice would I give?
Yeah, what advice would you give to the audience? Because you've given a lot of good
I
stuff that
know.
really helped me tonight. I
Yes.
mean, you just don't know how much you have helped me tonight.
To be honest, stop lying to yourself.
I like that.
Okay.
I like
You
that.
know that man ain't no good.
Well,
You ain't got to keep calling your homegirl. Your homegirl looking at you foolish because she keep telling you he's no good. You know that girl ain't no good. You know she's not setting you up. Because a lot of people say trapped. It's not trapped if you enjoy it. If you getting in there.
Mhm.
So, but you know what the consequences of your actions are. Stop getting into business with people. You hear the Holy Spirit saying no.
No. Listen.
Stop lying to yourself.
Self.
And what I mean, watch this. Stop lying to yourself. If you know good and well you don't have all of your mental properties that day, be honest.
Yeah.
How are you doing? I'm not okay.
It's
Stop
okay
telling
to say
people you're okay and you're not okay.
You're okay. There
because
you go.
watch this. You really got some people out there that really do pray.
Yeah.
We really do
You
go
right.
to God on your behalf.
I
But
hear
if
you.
you're telling me you're okay, you're lying to me.
Mhm.
When you could just say, you know what, I'm not okay. And I really don't know how to get out of this situation.
Right. And that opens
Guess
up a
what?
conversation. Yes.
It might even hold up a conversation.
Mhm.
I told somebody I was not okay the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They came and met me yesterday and they handed me an envelope. You know that mother envelope? Yeah.
Mhm. Come on, Mom.
Handed me an envelope. And I wanted to cry because that doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't.
I
it
typically do that.
Ah,
But they
yeah.
and they
I
handed me
hear
an
you.
envelope and my brother said, he said, bro, as soon as you called me, I knew that you were going to need me. I just wanted you to be honest.
Oh,
Sometimes the blessing is just being honest.
that's right.
A lot of us be lying, knowing good and well the Lord is, I'm trying to bless you through this person.
And then you gonna lie,
Yeah.
and then they don't.
Now they can't bless you.
Yeah.
But I did bring some blessings for y'all. I did.
Yes,
I brought some blessings.
Let me see the card.
Got some breasts. I brought some blessings. I brought some movie tickets for you and your husband.
All right. Oh, look, I love look.
You know, from some of my sponsors. I didn't forget you. I brought you some too.
Oh,
Come on, I brought y'all
thank
some.
you.
And then my partners over there at Lazy Dog.
Come on, lady.
I've never been to Lazy
Now I
Dog.
gave you a reason to go.
Yes.
Wow.
Over at Lazy Dog. So those are my friends over at Lazy Dog and Look
Thank you, friends.
Theaters, and just wanted to show y'all some love.
Well, thank you.
Everything. So,
Yes.
And thank you for taking your time out. And because we don't want this to be
I
your
know.
last time.
Okay.
Because we need relationship topics like
Right.
you were just talking about a few minutes ago. We need to let the people see, because some people are blinded.
Right.
And until you take that off, and coming from a man,
Yes.
you got it
Yes.
different. You know what I'm saying? So we want you to come
Perspective.
back now that you know where we are.
That part.
And,
Because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know the true definition of a provider.
Mhm.
Like a lot of us think just money is a provider.
Come
you
on.
can provide money and still the house will still crumble.
That's right.
Like a woman thrives best when you provide her with a real house, a real home. What I mean by real home, when you provide her with peace.
Come on,
Peace.
Come on, peace.
Like, cause a lot of men say, "Well, I wish she'd come in and be my peace." No, you have peace and let her come in
on.
and make your peace full.
Mhm.
Come on. Come
That's
on,
people.
peaceful.
We got to have him
Come on,
back.
peaceful.
We got to have
Peaceful.
you back.
You see what I'm
on.
saying?
Come on,
Because
peace.
anything.
And I'm-
Yeah,
come
that
on,
part-
peace.
I
Cause
like
watch
that.
Come on,
Peaceful.
peace.
Well, the reason I say that is
I like
because
that.
anytime you give a woman something, she
Yeah,
gonna give it to
yeah.
you, but she gonna give it to you 10 times more than what you've given her.
Oh,
You give her a seed, she give you a baby. You give her a house, she gives you a home. So a lot
give
of
her
us
peace.
men, you give her peace, she makes peaceful. So when
I hope you men are listening.
when men walk in their true authority
Yes.
and walk in their true provision,
Yeah,
then that woman, she gonna do everything she can to make sure
that's right.
that she's giving it back. Now, if you got with somebody you're unequally yoked with,
Come on,
you
bro.
cannot
Come on.
expect someone that you're unequally yoked with to give you those things.
We got to stop on that. Our time.
All right,
is
okay.
up. Will
My
you
bad.
please come back? We got to
gotta
get
come
another
back.
day
Come
for you to
on,
come
peaceful.
back. Because this is something
Yeah.
that needs to be shared
Yeah.
with, especially with women,
Yeah.
what you are talking about. Because
And
that's
especially these
yeah,
men.
and I know,
The
but I'm
men
just
need to know because they're
both
These
of them.
men's a hot mess nowadays.
And them,
I like
they
that
are
peace
supposed
and
Yeah.
full.
Because you do. You make the
right.
peace full. Like women,
That's right.
it is impossible for you to give me something I don't have.
That's right. Oh, stop. We're
Okay,
going
I'm sorry.
overtime.
Stop.
But you, please, I got to book you to come back.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because
I'm ready.
we got to get this out there. I love it. I love it.
too.
And thank
Perfect
you,
time.
Big Husky, Little Husky, Darnell,
Yes,
whatever. I have learned so much.
Thank you.
I've gotten confirmation
Yeah.
from what you said tonight because I was praying over some things.
Uh-huh.
I've got confirmation
Come on,
from you
Comfort.
tonight that I needed,
Uh-huh.
that I was right on, and
Come
you
on.
brought it to me tonight. And I thank you for that. And I'm glad you said I can come tonight.
Absolutely.
Me
Oh,
Well,
I'm
I was
glad.
talking to you earlier, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "Let's get it tonight."
Night.
And the reason I did, I said, because I didn't want to forget.
And I wasn't going to let you forget.
That
I'm
part.
going to be calling you.
And when she told me you was coming, I said, "Good, I won't even have to talk tonight. I'm so glad.
Yeah, look
Because
at
I'm so
her.
sleepy."
But this is good. But anyway,
That
remember,
part.
if you need a photo booth, please check us out at www.thekirkbooth.com. The only photo booth you need to rent, because we give you quality pictures. We're gonna give you all the pictures. You can book us. You can even rent the photo booth in your own place. We'll bring it there. You have any problem, we can fix it from home.
Oh, wow.
So hey, we are highly technology here with our stuff. And t-shirts, whatever you want, we can do that for you too. We have two websites, www.kirkinspiration.com, because our products will inspire you, okay? Check us out, just like Big Husky came back after 3 or 4 years.
I know.
And he's coming
Yes.
back again because I'm going to book him again. And
We
he
gotta
has
finish
good
this
advice
conversation.
for each and every one that's watching this show. So y'all tune in every Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m., Facebook and YouTube, www.elmatalkshow.com. You can come on and just conversation with us. Thank you, Kim. Kim will come and snatch you, okay?
Yes. Come
So
on,
thank you. Come to our new studio and check us out. We're here and we want you to come and visit us, okay? Bring your guests with you if you want to. Make May God bless you and keep you. Thank you, Big Husky, Lil Husky.
Thank you.
Whatever. Thank you for coming. May God bless you and keep you. Until we see you what? Face to face. May God bless you.
Good night.